We're here at the Ameristar Gallery of the Foundry Arts Center looking at my new show, Form and Surface. On these pieces, I explore nature as pattern using new techniques, new materials, various resists through the forms such as teapots, bowls, platters, and cups. I became interested in clay at a really early age. My grandmother was a painter, and I remember drawing and doing little art projects with her. And my mom used to take me to the art fairs, and I must have seen somebody throwing on the wheel. It was immediately like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to try that. And I've been in love with clay basically since I was a little kid. I love the tactile nature of it, the immediacy of it. You know, if you push or pull, it immediately changes. And then there's the firing process. So what it looks like when you put it in the kiln and what it looks like when you get it out of the kiln are totally different things. It's a little bit like being a baker. So you take these raw materials, you know, your flour, your eggs, your cocoa, your vanilla, you mix them all together, you add heat and time, and you get something totally different. There's just this little bit of wonder when you open the kiln about what you might find in there. And you have some idea of what's going to happen based on previous experience and trial and error, but there's just this little bit of magic that happens when you open that kiln lid and you see the pieces for the first time. So I came to the Foundry in about 2006, right after graduating from college, and I had gone from having access to the college classroom and their kilns and materials to suddenly being a graduate and having no access. Now what do I do, right? Finding studio space as a potter is difficult, and to be honest, the equipment is fairly expensive. The clay itself is cheap, but everything else is pricey. So I was very lucky to find the Foundry, and that part of their mission is affordable spaces for artists. And I'm very lucky to have a studio upstairs surrounded by this wonderful community of artists where if I get stuck, if I have a problem, you know, they're there to help, they're there to give feedback. It promotes a different line of thinking or a different way of approaching a problem. I'm really excited to have this solo show here at the Ameristar Gallery of the Foundry Arts Center. This has been work that's been in development for about 2 or 3 months for me. I just wanted to explore a new direction in my work. I felt that I had lost a little bit of my curiosity. I think, like a lot of people over the last couple years, it's been hard to be my most creative self. You know, we're dealing with a lot. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to explore some new techniques that I had never tried before, to push a little bit farther on the forms. For example, the teapots are kind of a complex form in that they have a lot of little parts that have to come together just right to become a whole piece. So I wanted to push myself outside my box a little bit and try to get back to being in a curious place and just trying things. Part of the nature of trial and error and being an artist is just seeing where that takes you. I'm so excited to share this new work, Form and Surface, with you, and I really hope you'll come out and see it. It's available through April 23rd. If you need more details, please visit foundryartscenter.org.